Hey, it's Angelo with Angelo's Edge. I got another knife unboxing overview. I was at RKO Rural King, and I found this uh, little knife here out there for about 25. I think it was $29. So I picked it up, and it caught my interest. It's kind of unique to it. It has this little. I don't know if you watch while I drop. Well, it's an access lock right off the bat. So, but when you open it up, like this, like guard comes out, so you can't like slide forward or anything. Kind of like a little, I don't know, safety, but it was kind of interesting. I thought that was interesting. So you could do it like a regular access lock, like a Benchmade. You can see it. So, like I said, I picked it up. The box says it's 8.85 overall in length, 4.1 inch long D2 blade. It's a foldable guard, is what they call it. Foldable guard. They give you a little breakdown of all the features. It's a injected molded handle, nylon handle, fiber. Bring it up here so you guys can see it. Get my focus in. So I actually sharpened it. Came somewhat sharp, but I sharpened it a little better. Made it more better. Let's see. So drop point. The name of the knife is the Guardsman. D2 on it. The access lock you can see. It's a deep carry pocket clip. The screws come out a little. They're not flush fit, but I didn't recall it really bothering sliding in my pants. As a filler in the back. Has like the branding, I guess, Elite. Kind of, I guess. Some people don't like that, but it's full scale. You can see the scales in there, or the not metal liners. It's not a liner lock, but you can see the down in there. They're not skeletonized, so it's. I wrote down notes. Let's see, whatever. It's 4.4 ounces. So it's not super like tough to move. I don't think it'll bend on you strong enough, so I can move it with my finger. But it seems like it's pretty good. You can drop shut. It's on bearings, but it will drop shut real nice. Let me look at some notes here. They call it this. The Benchmade's the axis lock, but this they call it the rapid lock. It has a pivot bearing pivot. They say D2 still, which it could be. I sharpened it. It wasn't super easy to sharpen. Like it just didn't like, it actually, it might be D2. It's not really soft still, at least. Drop shut, drop point blade almost looks like a clip point. I wrote that down. I don't know if it looks like I guess it could kind of look like a clip point. It's like a blood type groove or foot filler only on one side. I got a little wear. It's painted. You can see it. I had something else in my pocket. And actually, I think that's what happened. I don't know. Got a little wear, so the paint it does come off. You can see it was something was wearing in my pocket and wore that paint off. I measured 0.11 the blade stock, like how thick the blade is. And behind after the edge, it was 0.02 inches. With this branded Elite Tactical on the blade. Elite Tactical kind of, I don't know, it's all right. I mean, if you didn't like it, you could always I don't know, paint it. I don't know. It don't really bother me. It's fidgety because you can drop it really easy. Flicks out. Overall length is 8.85 and 4.75 handle and 4.1-inch blade. So the handle's a little bit longer than the actual blade. It's made by Master Cutlery. I believe I've seen it on Amazon for $26. Deep carry clip. The axis nubs are good. Like sometimes these nubs are almost countersunk too much. You can't get your fingers on them, but this one you can get your fingers on pretty nice. So that's what I wrote down. So it kind of reminded me of these CRKT M16 knives. It just reminded me of those. Here I got a couple of these. You can see the size difference. As far as it goes, okay. So that's a small one. This is the M16-01KS. That's like the small one. This is the next size up, the 03KS. And then you see kind of they all the tips, but they kind of reminded me of those, even though those have a false edge on them. So, but so I kind of thought they kind of reminded me, even though like you can see the handle's definitely not the same. Here's the bigger one. This is the M16-14. So you see it's almost in between that knife right there, but it has this little, what do they call it? They called it foldable guard. So it has a little guard to protect your hand, but it kind of pops up. I mean, it can't go anywhere, but it does move. But I'm guessing if you're pushing like that, then it can't go anywhere. So let's take this away. Also got this Gerber Apple. I think it's Applegate. Let me look at the name. It's on the Applegate and Fair barn. I don't know why I thought it kind of reminded me a little bit of that one too. So this just reminded me of these knives, but with the axis lock. I did interest the actual. I'm trying to remember. This might have it's a little squared off right there. So I guess if I would have not made it squared off like there. I would have made it a little curved because I believe when I was carrying it, sometimes it rubbed or something, but it's just kind of a little, like see even how this one's kind of got a taper. If I would have done it, I would have kind of tapered that off a little bit. But other than that, I don't know. It's like I said, it's $30. Would I buy it again for $30? I don't know. It's definitely a $25 knife. 30 supposedly has D2, and I sharpened it, and it took an edge pretty good. Yeah, I guess $30 wasn't bad. Well, I got this. Here's two maybe knives to compare the size to, so you guys can get an idea. Here's the Cryo 2, the bigger of the cryos, and then here is Spyderco Tenacious. So you can see the size. Size difference, and then there's a Spyderco Mannix. I believe it's the Mannix. Oh, taking the wrong knife away. This is Mannix. But these really aren't that style of knife. But that's to give you an idea what the size is. It reminded me of a. I kind of pulled it out. It reminds me of a like this knife, and even this other. I forgot. It's like more of a spear or dagger type style blade, even though it's more of a drop point. But yeah. So look and see if I didn't forget anything. And there's the Mastery Cutlery emblem. Elite Tactical Guardsman features. Elite Tactical. Okay. This knife has been. This knife is an extremely sharp edge. Use with caution. Opening this package or incorrect could result in serious injury. They're just letting you covering their bases. Careful when you open your packages. Oh, you came with this like a little brochure. We have first responders, kind of firemen, but I kind of when I open it, kind of ripped the weird kind of a little bit of. Let's see, talking about cleaning it and their patent pending dynamic lock-in mechanism, which is kind of ironic because it's really a knockoff of the Benchmade. Everybody has their Benchmade knockoff now for the Axis lock. So I guess I don't know how patents all work, but I guess Benchmade let it go, so everybody has their own. I don't know if I have a. Yeah, I have. This is another one. This Axis lock. That here's a Camillus one with an Axis lock, but like this one is not as. This one kind of is hard to. Well, it has a. This one's really easy to access compared to this one. I don't know if you can see they're kind of down in there. They're just this one's just nicer. See how far they're out compared to the Camillus. I have another one right here. I do not have one right here, but that's pretty much it. So, all right, if you like to listen to knife videos and sharpenings and stuff like that, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to Angela's Edge. See ya, and thanks for watching. Bye.